How you doing, guys? Today we're going to be working on a Rasta pasta recipe. I have my pre-cooked penne noodles here, and I got them gluten-free. I'm going to try them out. I've never tried them out, but we'll see what happens. I have some fresh basil, some chopped scallions, some diced garlic, and I have a couple of different peppers. I have Italian green, I have bell peppers, I have red peppers, I have yellow peppers and orange peppers. Normally the Rasta pasta recipe that I've seen normally just come with red or green. I took it up another notch, only because I like the different flavor combinations of the different peppers. Also, we have red pepper flakes here, about a half a tablespoon of red pepper flakes, and then I have 2 healthy tablespoons of the jerk seasoning. 2 healthy spoonfuls, because I may use all of it or I may not use all of it, but we'll see how it goes. Then I have 2 cups heavy cream. That's also another option that I may use or may not use all of it, but we'll see how the consistency goes with that. Then also I have some Parma Rosa sauce mix. This makes it creamier, more flavorful. When you try it, you'll see. Then I have some grated Parmesan here. And then I have a cheese blend here with asiago cheese. I have a little mozzarella, Romano, and provolone in there, just to, give it a little more creaminess inside of it. But yeah, these are all my ingredients that I will be putting in my Rasta pasta. All right, here I'm going to be grilling the peppers before adding them into my dish. I want to pre-cook them on the grill pan, coat it with some canola cooking spray. Just want to grill them up a little bit. Not too long, because I like them to have their crisp texture when they go into the Rasta pasta. So what I did is I coated them in olive oil and sprinkled with a little black pepper before I placed them in the grill pan. Now what I did, I took the peppers out of my grill pan, putting them into the pan that I'm making the Rasta pasta in. Stir them up a little bit. I'm gonna add my scallion, my garlic, my fresh basil, my red pepper flakes. Now I'm just gonna put a little in for now. And then I'm gonna add my jerk seasoning. All of it in the pan. Stir it up together. Make sure that jerk seasoning goes on everything. You want to well incorporate that jerk seasoning. Now this is a Rasta pasta. You can't do it without the seasoning. And I had chose a vegetarian option because I stopped eating meat a couple of weeks ago. But I will be making a side of shrimp, grilled shrimp for my loved ones, so that they can enjoy it with a protein. But that's why I had upped up the peppers, because I like to have more vegetables. But you coat it, cook it for a while, cook it down for a good 5 minutes, and we'll be back. Alright, so we're back. I got it to cook down for a little bit. Now it's time to add my heavy cream. But I'm not going to add the heavy cream all in one shot. Little by little, little by little. So right there I added a little under a cup and a quarter. And I'm going to stir that in there. Now this dish is very easy to make. I'm going to add half a pack of my Parma Rosa from Knorr sauce. Half a pack. A little bit more than half a pack. I like a lot of flavor. Alright, so you're going to stir that in there. Stir it in there. Now it's time to add on my cheeses. Now I have the Parmesan, and I have my cheese blend here. I'm gonna put the heat up just a little bit so I can start it off with a boil before I add my cheese. See how it's creamy? It started off creamy already with even out adding the cheese. Now I want to bring it up to a slight boil before I add the cheese. I want it to boil for a little bit. If you want to see, you see the boil? It's coming along. Just adjust your heat. You know, you don't want to scorch your milk. You just want to bring it up to a slight boil. You don't want to burn your milk. Your heavy cream, I should say. This is the heavy cream. Some people do use milk. I like the creamier option of using heavy cream. Now I'm going to put a little bit of cheese. I'm going to alternate from my blended cheese into my parmigiano, grated parmigiano. Now that was a little bit of each. Sprinkle it on. Stir it in there. Stir it in there. Don't want to overkill at first. Just add little by little. A little more of the 4 cheese blend, or 5 cheese blend, I should say. And then a little bit of the Parmesan. Just a little. Now I'm going to taste this just to see where we are with flavor before I add my pasta. And it's getting a little thick, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the heavy cream to it. There you go. Now I'm going to taste for flavor. I just took a little taste. The taste is amazing. I added a little more heavy cream because it was getting very thick. But this is the consistency that I like. Where I'm going to add my noodles in. I added my noodles. I'm just going to mix it into the sauce. Bring up some of those peppers and fresh vegetables from the bottom of the pot. Those peppers, remember, I grilled them a little bit before adding them to the dish with the Rasta pasta. With the jerk seasoning and the red pepper flakes and the fresh basil and the garlic. Now this looks amazing, guys. Like I said, the flavor here is awesome. You have to try this recipe. It's very easy. And if you want to add jerk chicken or jerk shrimp, you can do that also too. Like I said, this is a very, very good way to have a good dinner at home. And instead of spending time at restaurants or extra cash, when you can just make a whole lot of Rasta pasta for the family. Good for holidays if you want to bring something different other than your standard, you know, dishes. This is something that will add flavor, color to your menu. Just add those extra peppers. Won't hurt anybody to add the extra color peppers. You see, it's kind of cheesy. And this, just let it coat. Then, gonna let it come to a slight simmer. All right, let it come to a slight simmer. I'm gonna put a top on this and just let it come to a slight simmer, and it should be done. As you're bringing to a slight simmer, you wanna keep stirring the bottom of the pot so it doesn't burn. Keep your pasta moving so it doesn't burn. You don't want all this goodness sticking to the bottom of the pan. Just look at that. Creamy, velvety Rasta pasta. And it definitely has a kick with the jerk seasoning, red pepper flakes. So good. And that Knorr Parma Rosa sauce mix also adds a good texture of creaminess to it. And flavor. That's your flavor element also too. It helps. But you keep stirring. Let it sit for a little bit. Voila. There goes your Rasta pasta. Literally, if everything is prepped and you're ready to go, it should take no more than 30 minutes to prepare. This is a quick, easy meal, simple ingredients that you can find in your local supermarket, and it's so good. You can control the spice and the flavor on how you like it. You can even choose your own cheeses. So this is a very easy, simple meal, and the flavor is awesome. Thanks guys for watching the video. I'll be back with another recipe that's easy, simple. 1, 2, 3. Also, this is a vegetarian option. You can also make it with jerk chicken or jerk shrimp if you choose. Thank you guys for watching. Follow my Instagram page, Adina Angel, and subscribe and like the video. Bye bye.